Good morning, everyone. Day 24 of Ghouls Across America. Can you believe it's almost been 30 days? It's not. We're actually going to be on the road 30 days. That's amazing. We are leaving Erie, Pennsylvania. We had a great time here last night going to a meeting and meeting some of the wonderful folks of Erie, Pennsylvania. So now we are headed to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have a long travel day ahead, and we're going to be going through Cleveland again. We're going to be going through Ohio, Illinois too, right?
Yes.
So all the Midwest states. Hopefully we'll be back on Central Time. But at the end of the day, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, good deal. So we'll gain an hour after traveling probably 8 or 9. So Joe's got something to say, so I'm going to put the camera on Joe.
Okay. So Milwaukee is pretty much out of the way for us. There's certainly quicker ways we could get back to El Paso. I wanted to go to Wisconsin. Basically, for me, it's morbid curiosity. I'll get more into that when we actually get there, but there's some things in some places in Wisconsin I wanted to see that are a little on the darker side. Yeah, so it'll be a way. It's kind of a way for me to sort of satisfy this morbid curiosity I've had for a really long time, and to see some stuff firsthand. So that's about it. And like I said, I'll touch on that more when we actually get there. Plus, we can get some cheese too.
Awesome. Well, hopefully they have fat-free cheese, because I'll indulge and have a little bit of cheese. I'll just take some extra insulin. And so we will see you in Milwaukee.
Yo, so here we are. Alex and I checked in to the lovely Ambassador Hotel in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This place is this is the nicest place we've stayed so far. I keep expecting to get the bum's rush, but yeah, it's been pretty cool so far. We had to laugh. We came in, they give us this thing with a bottle of wine and a couple of glasses, and they're like, "Dear Alex Lopez, welcome to the Ambassador Hotel. Here's some wine." And we both thought that was pretty damn funny. But we got some really cool views here. Give you a little shot here. We're on the 4th floor. So I had mentioned before that there was a little bit of a morbid curiosity element to our traveling to Wisconsin. So here's the short version. I'll keep this quick. So in the summer of 1991, when I was about 15, almost 16 years old, my dad and I were hanging out and watching TV together, and we came across a documentary on Ed Gein. And if you don't know who Ed Gein is, I'm not going to get into the whole story here because that's just too long. But we were watching a documentary about Ed Gein. My mom walked in and said, "What in the hell are you guys watching?" My dad said, "Oh, it's about this creepy guy in Wisconsin that, would dig up people and make things out of their bones and their skin and stuff, and they think he was maybe eating people, but they're not sure." And my mom was just thoroughly disgusted, and of course I was, already kind of a weird little shit anyway at that point. And so like I said, this was in the summer of '91. I think it was about 2 or 3 days later. I'm hanging out in my room, and my mom knocks at the door, and I say, "Come in." She comes in, and she's got a newspaper rolled up, and she says, "Well, I thought you might want to see this." And she hands it to me, and I said, well, I took it, and I said, "What is it?" She says, "They found another cannibal guy in Wisconsin." And immediately I was like, "What?" I opened the paper, and that was the first time I read the name Jeffrey Dahmer. And I've been really, really fascinated by those two guys. Well, I was already, fascinated with Gein, but that day that I read about it in the paper, and I was like, oh my God. I guess everybody has that current event that happens in their lifetime that just grabs their attention, and that was mine. And I, over the years, have read and watched just pretty much everything I could get my hands on in regards to particularly Dahmer, but also Eddie Gein as well. And it just so happens they're both from Wisconsin. So this is my first trip to Wisconsin, and that's why I'm here, basically. It's like I said, it's out of the way, but really wanted to check out some of these places. Like I said, we're staying in the Ambassador Hotel, and I know this is morbid as hell, but one of the reasons I wanted to stay at the Ambassador was because actually Jeff Dahmer did kill one of his victims here. Now, we're not staying in the same room. Even I wouldn't want to do that.
We tried to get the room.
No, we didn't. He's full of shit. But we know where it is. We just took a picture down. Actually, it's the floor below us. So I'm gonna go down. I got laundry going right now anyway. So I'm gonna go take a peek at it again. And yeah, so that's basically why we're in Wisconsin. Is this is morbid curiosity I've had for almost 30 years about some of these places, that these things that took place in some of these places. Actually, where we're staying right now is like 0.2 miles from where Jeff Dahmer's apartment was on West 25th Street. So we're gonna go over there tomorrow and take a look at it. It hasn't been there since 1992, but we're gonna go look at the site where it was and look at some other stuff. So that's what's what with Wisconsin. So here we are at 924 North 25th Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This empty lot right here where these trees are, used to be the Oxford Apartments. This is where Jeff Dahmer lived, where he did a lot of his, killings, unfortunately. The apartment building was torn down in 1992, but if you look at old pictures, you can see where this telephone pole was. There's this brick road right here that goes right up alongside it, and Jeff's apartment used to be right about kind of in this general area. He was in apartment 213. So this is it. This is where his apartment used to be. So if you look right here, you can see there used to be some payphones right here that have since been removed. But if you look up here at this sign, this is the corner of 25th and State. So this is where some women found Connor Axenth's phone after he got away from Jeff's apartment and called the police, which, as we all know, didn't end the way it should have.
Okay, hi, I'm on 25th and State, and this is young man. He is butt naked. He has been beaten up. He is very bruised up. He can't stand. He's study fall out. He is butt naked. He has no clothes on. He was really hurt. And I ain't got no cord on him. I just seen him, and he needs some help.
Where is he at?
On 25th and State, the corner of 25th and State.
I saw him sitting on the sidewalk. Two girls were with him. They called the police. They had to think of the story quickly. They told him he was a friend. He gets drunk. He was not wanting to go back, so one officer grabbed him by this arm, another officer grabbed him on the other arm, and they walked him out of the apartment. And they left. That's when I did the second GP.
Right away? And how long did it take from the guy?
And that was
Immediate.
West Dallas, Wisconsin. This house right here, 2357. This was Jeffrey Dahmer's grandmother's house, and he lived here for a while with her. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that the bedroom in the upper right-hand corner closest to the chimney was his. So that's Grandma's house. He also killed 3 people there too.
Long time ago in Wisconsin, there was 4 in the family whose name was the Geins. They were shunning the city with the birth of their 2 born. The mother just hated all of the booze and whores. There'll be Gein where that's made of embalmed ladies, a heart in a frying pan and lips on a string, some scraps and fats and skeletons, and sure as you're born, the ugliest of all was the oozing corpse.
this it?
This is it. So this is the hardware store. This used to be Warden's Hardware back in the 50s. So we're gonna go ahead and go in, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of trying to keep a low profile, because I mean, I know a lot of people come here because of Ed Gein, but I don't want to be like, I mean, you know, waving it around or anything like that. So let's just go on in and see if we can get some antifreeze. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks as if we just decided to try to come up in here, and it looks like it's no longer a hardware store, and it looks like it's almost like a second-hand store or something, maybe like a Goodwill or something, but it's all closed up. So, but we were here, so it still counts. There's the old ghoul wagon there. There's Alex. Family farm used to be. It was burned down in the 50s by the people of Plainfield, who were outraged when they found out what Eddie was up to, and so it hasn't been there for a good long while, but it's up in this general area. We're getting pretty close, and like I said before, I've heard that when you get close to it, there's just no trespassing signs everywhere and stuff, but I'm going to see how close we can get without doing anything stupid or getting shot or arrested or anything like that. So we'll go back up here in a second and Orchard. So anyway, yeah, it was right around here someplace. Right, I mean, this is just basically right where it was at, is right here. The thing is, I don't see any like no trespassing signs posted or anything, but
Yeah.
I did see what looked like a small cottage over there and a gate. Right now we're coming up on 5th Avenue, and I think it's right here. Yeah. ought to get us to the Plainfield Cemetery. Okay, I think I see it. It's right up here. Right here. Yep, this is it. Okay, let's see if we can get in. See if we can get in anywhere, any one of these entrances. This is the same cemetery. It's ironic that Ed's buried here because this is the same cemetery that he used to come and dig bodies up at when he was out pillaging graves and stuff like that, looking for materials to make things out of. So, see what we can find here. We'll find a place to park. How about right here? This might work. Here's Ed's grave, the unmarked one here. This is Brother Henry here, 1901, 1944. He's the one that died in the brush fire, the suspicious brush fire. Get out of the way there. And then this is Mother Augusta, who was more responsible for the Ed Gein we all know than probably anybody else. Of course, I'm sure there's multiple sides to every story. I'm not trying to demonize her or anything. This is Father George Gein here. And like I pointed out here, you'll see that Ed's is unmarked. That's because his gravestone has been, well, it was stolen many years ago by a guy and taken all as far as away as Seattle, and it was before that it was constantly vandalized and covered in graffiti and all kinds of stuff, and so they finally just decided to put it away somewhere. I guess it's in the basement of the police station or something. That's my understanding. But this is it. This is Ed.